So I've just completed 42 days on the carnivore diet, and something significantly has changed with my blood pressure. So blood pressure, that's something you should really be tracking. If you don't have an at-home test unit, I recommend you getting one. I bought this one off of Amazon for like 25, 26 bucks. I put a link in the description if you want to get it, but it's something you could check every week just to kind of see where you're at. Recommend testing on a with an empty bladder after you've been seated for about 5 or 6 minutes. I do it on my Sunday mornings. I wake up, put the dogs out, sit down for a little bit, watch a YouTube video. After 10 or so minutes, put it on, run a couple tests. Pretty quick and easy. It actually can store your last set of results. But yeah, if you don't have one, I recommend getting one. It's 25 bucks. It's like having a thermometer in the house, right? You need to have something to kind of monitor some vital or some key health indicators. And again, like I have pretty big arms, and this one does fit me pretty well. So if you're concerned about that, like, is it gonna fit? Again, take a piece of measuring tape, measure your arm, make sure it fits within the parameters online. But works well for me. I can't complain about it. But yeah, for those of you who have been watching previous videos, thank you so much for the support. I've been averaging about 130 over 80. It's been a little bit lower. I think I was like 127 last week. And my resting pulse rate typically is in the low 80s. But this past Sunday, when I checked my blood pressure, I did test it before the 49er game. God, that was heartbreaking. But I am a 49ers fan. But I tested it, and I normally check it a few times, but I actually tested it up to 6 times because I was like, that doesn't seem right. It just felt like it was coming in erroneously, right? It was wrong. It was false. But consistently, what it averaged out to was 117 over 72. Not only that, but my resting heart rate now is coming in about 73 beats per minute. So yeah, significant changes of both the blood pressure and my resting heart rate. Now, again, during the Super Bowl, I had my watch on and checked my heart rate during that fourth quarter, and yeah, it was about a 115 for that fourth quarter and overtime. And like, can we talk about it just for a second? If you're not a football fan, I apologize, but how did we let Chris Jones run through like the Kool-Aid man? Like, how does that happen? How does he not get blocked? I could go on a whole rant about that, but look at the clip. How does he just run through unblocked? There's professionals out there, and you're not going to block their best player. Okay. But also, real quick, this little dog isn't going to get scratched until you like and subscribe. But okay, I scratched her. Okay, good job, Oakley. So you guys owe me one, but Sierra still has to wait. Justice for Sierra. But just getting back from this past week's results, wasn't anything too exciting. As far as other things that are happening, everything's pretty much stabilized. But down another 2 pounds, which put us at a total of 17 over these first 7 weeks. Again, blood pressure is down significantly. Again, it's a full 13 points off the first measure and about 10 from the second. So again, one from 130 over 80 to about 117 over 72. It wasn't bad to begin with, but it's even better now. So again, I recommend you checking it out. And again, the cheapy one, this little $25 one works well for me. So check it out. See if I think it's worth investing in. I was rowing 16 minutes a day every morning. And I calculated it out, and it's weird because the first 8 minutes gasses me out pretty good. Then I take it, like, I slow down a little bit, and then like minutes 10 to 14, I'm actually like clipping along faster than I did like the first 4 minutes, which is weird. And so when I did the math on it, for my personal best for the 2 kilometer row, I'm able to maintain a 97% rate of that across 16 minutes. So I didn't have, I mean, I had decent, relatively decent endurance prior to my leg injury, but um, it wasn't this good before. So maybe it's more stable energy. I don't know, but I am getting a performance boost at this point. It feels notable. Um, but this week, as far as changes to my plan, bumping up the rowing up to another minute. Again, I'm going minute by minute for a week. I don't know where I'm going to stop that cap at. As long as you guys keep supporting, I'm willing to go up to at least 30 minutes, if not more. At that point, it just becomes a big morning chore. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And I'm not setting a distance goal for this week because I'm actually changing the drag factor. If any of you have ever rode on a Concept 2, there's a dampener, which is like a 0 to 10. But if you can actually calculate the drag factor, and water is supposed to be like 145, 140, 150. And I bumped it up to about 170, 180. It's in that range. And that's just so it's a little bit harder. It's forcing me to be a little bit quicker to keep it spooled up. If you guys want me to talk about the mechanics of rowing and like the struggles I've had as a big guy rowing, I could talk about that. I think they could come out with like a wider like foot plate for us thick-thighed folks. Yeah, and then another thing I've talked about with my personal trainer that I used to work with, his name's JP, is thinking about doing a segment of like real thoughts that a personal trainer has about an obese client, and talking about my story of when I worked with him and some of the modifications and like the challenges that he sees. And he's been somebody who's been, really trim and fit his whole life. He's really strong. And I think working with me was kind of eye-opening and to some of the challenges that big people face. And but the guy is a well of knowledge. So if you guys have any questions, you're like, man, I would love to ask a personal trainer this, drop them in the comments. We're going to meet up this weekend to kind of start talking about a framework of what we want to do. And yeah, I'll definitely put that into consideration when building out a potential schedule, potential list of questions that I want to ask them. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions that you want to, looks like we got a photo bomb here on. Anyway, yeah, and also guys, thank you so much for those 1,700 views we got on the last video. That like blew me away. I was so shocked. It was so cool just seeing that rack up. So yeah, we can continue that going forward. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. Yeah, drop a like and subscribe so that that way I could go give Sierra her belly rub. Yeah, just I'll say this: no dogs were neglected for the making of this video. Sierra gets plenty of love. But yeah, guys, that's what I got for you. It's a short one this week. I've had a busy week. There's a lot of things going on. I'm sorry for getting this out a little bit late. But yeah, guys, keep going on, keep making progress, and remember, it's not that easy, but it is that simple. Catch you guys next time.